unbelievable story of a black widow. Why is a woman burying her beloved men one after another? Watch the shocking revelation of the forbidden love union. You are watching Psychic Investigations. Here, people who call themselves clairvoyants use their supernatural powers to solve resonant criminal cases and explain awe-inspiring mystical phenomena. In this episode, the psychics respond to the call for help from Tetiana Nazarova from Ukraine. The young woman is desperate. All the men who appear in her life die soon.
It's a glob of pain that won't go.
Her 4 husbands died. She buried all of them. She's all alone.
Tetiana's first husband was taken by an illness. The second one was beaten to death, while the third had a sudden heart failure. Her 4th husband committed suicide.
People say the problem is in me. They call me a black widow.
Tetiana blames herself for the deaths. This thought is driving her insane.
I've even decided I would never date anyone or live with men anymore.
However, this is not all. Her friends stopped talking to Tetiana, and they avoid her. Her neighbors won't even say hello and try not to communicate with her. Women are afraid Tetiana can kill their husbands.
There's fear of her. Some kind of inner fright.
She's a witch and must be burned on fire.
She was probably cursed, or I don't know.
I beg the psychics to help me understand what's going on. I'm only 37, and I want to live on. I wish to have a family. I hate to hurt people around me.
Psychics Jana Shulakova and Larisa Hutsanu agreed to help Tetiana. Before setting out for the investigation, they meet to discuss what they feel.
Look.
The Black Widow.
Black widows usually drink the energy of the men they live with, replenishing their own energy. But something is terribly wrong here. When I worked with her photo, I saw a strange creature. It was little, like a dwarf, and had a hump on its back, creepy hands, and a big nose. It's holding Tetiana by her shoulders, and when she raises her hands, she holds men's heads in them.
I see a different thing. First, there are crosses. 1, 2. The first one is near, while the second one is farther away. Then I see a short woman approached by a man. When the couple embraces, the sky above them becomes stormy. It turns dark and frightening, and the couple crumbles to dust.
The psychics come to see Tetiana. She's barely holding her emotions.
My soul hurts for the deaths that have already happened. If this doesn't stop, I'm afraid I can hurt myself.
You shouldn't even think of such things.
But what do I do?
The cat that jumped on the fence from the street suddenly interrupts the psychics.
Animals see otherworldly forces and spirits. So when the cat appeared, I also saw a silhouette rushing around us to and fro. It keeps flitting and it won't stop. The strange entity approached Tetiana, and then it seemed it dissolved in her. The picture sent chills down my spine, and the death energy emanated from Tetiana immediately. Mikhailo.
Mikhailo is our sound engineer. He suddenly got unwell and passed out. Everyone's terrified, trying to revive him.
Mikhailo, how are you?
Mikhailo was shivering. He felt so bad that he couldn't even move. It felt like all energy was suddenly sucked out of him.
I've dealt with black widows before. They drink their husband's energy for years. What happened to Mikhailo happened in a split second. Mikhailo, try to remember what you felt before you fainted. This is very important.
I felt being smothered. First, I thought it was my jacket collar. Then something hit me in my chest. It was a hard blow. I don't feel well.
In the yard, I saw a silhouette that literally entered Tatiana. She felt nothing, but Mikhailo fainted the very moment it happened. Let's stop filming for a while. We need time to understand what's going on, and Mikhailo needs a protection spell. This is very dangerous. We don't understand what we're facing.
My God, this is terrible. I don't want it anymore. I want to leave.
Wait up. Oh, Kayal's calling.
The clairvoyant's colleague was extremely worried. Kayal Alekperov started talking of some deadly danger that threatened the whole crew and the psychics.
He felt something. He says it's somehow related to our story. He wants to help us. This is what we need!
I was preparing for a prayer when I had a vision. A young woman with large blue eyes. She was surrounded by the project's crew. Then a hideous entity emerged behind her. It resembled a man with a hump on his back, but he was very short. He pointed his finger at several crew members, and they fell dead. All of them were men.
The psychic described the same entity that Larisa Hutsanu saw before the investigation. But what kind of spirit is it? And why is it threatening the lives of other people?
We put a protection spell on us, Mikhailo, and the entire crew, but we can't tell how long it will last. We don't have much time, a few hours at most. Once the entity decides to food on somebody else, it's going to be a nightmare.
The clairvoyants return to the yard. Tatiana is too worried. She says she won't take another death.
This pendant will encapsulate you so the information or energy won't escape you. You'll be like in a box. Thus, I can work, and Larisa can work too without any threat.
My jinn says, search for a man, but fear his son. But who am I supposed to find? One of this blue-eyed woman's husbands? Or somebody else?
It's been leading me that way, to the left all the time. I need to go there. Ah, my goodness! What happened here? There's blood.
What did you see?
My husband. He was torn apart. He was lying here and his body was torn to bloody pieces.
It's awful. Tatiana found the body of her last husband, who was torn to pieces, right where the psychics are standing. He was a military man, and he killed himself with a grenade.
I see him. A dark-eyed man with broad eyebrows. He's broad-shouldered. He extends his hand towards me, and there's a piece of paper in it.
A note. He left me a note. In it, he wrote that he loved all of us and asked to give his regards to Vika. She's his daughter. He said it was all his fault.
As it turned out, Tatiana's husband had a brain tumor. Every day, he suffered from unbearable pain, and to rid himself of it, he decided to commit suicide.
I left for work in the morning. I called him at about 10 or 11, but he didn't pick up the phone. Then I felt something was wrong. I caught a bus and returned, crying all the way home. It was raining hard. When I came here, I saw him lying here. His body was torn to pieces. Is he here now?
Yes, he's next to you. He wanted to spend his life with you until you both grew old. It's very hard for him. He says, I loved her so much. She was my world.
Ow! God!
Did you feel his touch?
Yes, it was like a wave that flowed on me.
He's asking you to forgive him, and he's crying. His head is bent down, and he's crying.
I asked Victor's spirit how he died, and the only thing he told me was, the dwarf killed me. What dwarf? Did he mean someone real or the entity from the netherworld? But what matters most is, how did he kill Tatiana's husband?
I couldn't get one thing, though. If Tatiana wasn't a traditional Black Widow, then why did all her husbands and lovers die? It was as if some sort of entity, feeding on sexual energy, had taken possession of her. But the question was, why?
I see an image of the blue-eyed woman. I see her as a teenager, and next to her is the spirit of a young man. Dear God, people around her were dying even back then.
And indeed, the boy Tatiana loved at school, her classmate Yevhen, died a few months after they began dating.
When I was in the 9th grade, the boy, Evgen, I have his photo, died.
He went to bed and never woke up. The doctors said the cause for the death was a dislodged blood clot. He was only 14. Soon after that, Tatiana had another boyfriend, but he was murdered 6 months later.
He was beaten up badly. We barely recognized him.
Other teenagers beat him up. He was 17.
I see a man. Who is this man?
What does he look like?
He's about 50. The spirit of some man appeared next to us, but then it vanished suddenly. The next moment, I saw it from afar. It was moving away from us. And then some force dragged me after it sharply. My God.
Larissa.
The dwarf is hunting. This is what my book is telling me. God, who is he? There's only one thing I feel clearly. He's going to take someone else's life. Something must be done urgently.
It brings death. My power is leaving me.
Larissa? Quiet, quiet. Bring water.
When the neighbors heard the noise, they rushed outside, and they're trying to help.
God, the dwarf is trying to attack one of my colleagues. It may have fatal consequences, and her heart may not take it. She must be saved.
People, bring smelling salt.
Her hands are getting cold. We need to hurry.
Does anybody have smelling salt? Yes, got it.
The situation was going out of control rapidly. The protection spell Larissa and I put on everybody was getting weaker, and the entity attacked Larissa. It seemed it was the same entity that had almost killed Mikhailo. Larissa, do you feel any better?
Yes. At first I was pulled somewhere by the spirit of a man. Then some other entity attacked and took away my powers. While I was running along the road, the man's spirit kept repeating, "Go to my cross."
Yes, I saw a cemetery nearby. Do you mean the spirit was dragging you to its grave?
We need to go to the cemetery.
Look, what we have here, there, is a man who died. This man seems to be your family. Has any of your relatives died?
My father died 2 years ago. He was 70 and he had stomach cancer.
Tetiana's father was her mother's second husband. Tetiana has a stepsister from her mother's first marriage. But what is the connection between her father and the fact that the men she loves die?
Is your father buried far away from here?
A 10-minute ride.
Let's go.
The spirit of Tetiana's father was standing by his grave. He was waiting for us. He was clenching his fists and crying. He asked us, "Tell my daughter the truth and ask her to forgive us." I have a feeling there are many things you and your father had to tell each other, but you didn't.
I didn't feel my father's kindness. He distanced himself from me.
I noticed a woman approaching us. It was another spirit, and she was asking for forgiveness. There's a woman here, a woman's spirit. She's short and plump, and she looks older.
This is Dad's mother, Grandma Olha.
She's standing behind the cross. I had a vision. A room with a bed. Tetiana's father and grandmother are sleeping in it. For a few seconds, I saw what happened before it. It made me sick. Wow, such skeletons in the wardrobe. So, your father and grandmother had a relationship.
Sexual?
Yes.
Oh, God.
They had a connection. It was incest.
Tetiana is shocked. Is it really the truth? How could the psychic's words be verified? We tried to discuss this delicate matter with Tetiana's mother, but she refused to comment.
Mom always bore a grudge against Dad. She still sometimes recalls how he cheated on her. She received a call from someone. It was a woman who told her, "Helena, you must arrive quick. Your vassal is in bed with a woman." And she still sees the picture of them in bed. She'll be 76 soon, but she can't forget it. It hurt her a lot.
Tetiana's mother never told her who her father was with. However, it turns out that her stepsister knows everything.
Yes, it's such a shame. I was shocked. My stepfather, he had a relationship with his own mother. I know it because Mom told me.
This is a truly horrendous situation, but when this happened, Tetiana was only 8. What relation does she have to it?
God, I finally understand the meaning of the words. Find a man, but fear his son. It's about Tetiana's father. Now I feel that he has an energetic offspring, and it's not like all the rest. This is the dwarf that the book showed me. As a result of the sinful affair, this terrible creature, the invisible entity, was begotten. It's an energetic glob of their sin. It's not a person. It's an entity that wants to live too.
So this is why it's been feeding on sexual energy. It appeared as a result of a sinful connection.
But why is the entity the psychics mentioned tormenting Tetiana?
The energetic offspring that appeared as a result of the incest was searching for a body in which it could live, and he possessed the body of the blue-eyed woman. At that moment, energetically, she was the weakest in the family. With her, he was getting stronger and stronger until he became a real monster.
I'll leave you the pendant. It's going to protect you, so nothing will reach you or harm people around you. But most importantly, we had to break the link between Tetiana and the spirit, which had been regularly taking possession of her, feeding on the energy of those who were around her.
The psychics go to the van, where they begin the preparation for the ritual.
Larissa, take the salt and pour it in. Close it. Let's go and bury it. The entity will stay here, and it won't bother Tetiana or the people who are around her.
Thank you so much. I can't hold back a smile. Am I going to be all right?
Of course. Everything's going to be
Thank
fine.
you so much.
It's hard to believe what consequences the sinful connection between a mother and a son had. Otherworldly revenge. Why is a woman burying the men she loves? Don't miss out. The psychics are going to unveil a treacherous conspiracy and a terrible murder. Tetiana Prosy from Ukraine is asking the clairvoyants for help. Being 48, the woman has already buried 4 husbands, for which she has been nicknamed a Black Widow.
I wore black headscarf constantly, never taking it off.
All Mom's husbands die young and under unbelievable circumstances.
A short circuit, carbon monoxide poisoning, a heart attack, and pneumonia. All of Tetiana's husbands died abruptly shortly after they started living with her. Now, her daughter Oksana is afraid of her also, claiming that after Tetiana moved in to live with her, her husband and little son found themselves in danger. First, Oksana's husband had a serious car accident.
It was an awful car crash. His car fell from the bridge. He had all his bones broken, and he spent a long time in the hospital.
After that, the man almost died at a train station. Oksana got distracted for a brief moment, and when she looked back, she saw him fall unconscious in front of the incoming train.
I turned my head and saw him lying on the track.
But when Oksana's little son, Kirilo, began fainting suddenly in front of his mother, it was the last straw.
He turned bluish and stopped breathing for about a minute.
The parents immediately contacted the best doctors. However, nobody can explain the reason for the strange fits in the little boy. When they learned that the famous gypsy clairvoyant Rubina Tsibulska was going to visit their town, Tetiana and her daughter decided to ask her for help.
Rubina, hello.
Hello.
I really need your help. My husband and son are in grave danger.
Tell me, please, what's the boy's name?
Kirilo.
Your son suffers from bad dreams.
He often has nightmares. He wakes up terrified, and I have to calm him down.
He sees some kind of evil entity. But the worst thing is that it also haunts him when he's awake.
He saw some shadows, and he pressed himself to me, trembling. He was terrified.
When I tuned into you, Tetiana, I heard the words, Black Widow.
Yes. I've been to churches and tried different things. I don't even know who to ask for help from anymore.
I had a vision of a bloodied man. He was kneeling and there was a little girl next to him. And I felt the energy of a murder. But at the time, I decided not to hurry to make conclusions and figure it all out properly. To know what caused it all, I need to tune into all your husband's deaths. Do you have their photos?
Yes, I do.
This man, he's alive.
Yes, he's Oksana's father.
As it turned out, Oksana had 5 husbands. Only the first one is still alive. He's the father of Oksana.
He was saved by the unfaithfulness after which you decided to divorce him.
Yes, we divorced.
This man, he died first.
Yes, Ihor.
He loved you madly.
We were very happy, and with this man, I finally saw what it means to be a woman.
He died in your arms.
Yes.
When I tune into his death, I see a flash.
He was short-circuited while he was repairing a socket.
I hear him say,
You are mine and nobody else's.
He always told me, if I die, don't marry anybody else. If you don't visit my grave, I'll haunt you at night, in your dreams. I've seen him. I felt him close to me, but when I woke up, I realized he wasn't there. I cried through the night.
So I thought it was Ihor's spirit that was taking away the men she chose after him. But then, why would he want to take your husband and son? I need to summon his spirit. Do you have any of his belongings?
No.
Can you at least show me the place where he died?
That house is no more, only the plot is left. That's all that's left of the site where he died.
The following day, Rubina's colleague, Yaroslava Fedorova, arrived in the town to help her with the investigation.
The cards told me the angel's words saved the demon. I wished I know who was who in this story.
After I worked with the photo yesterday, I had a dream. There was a woman in it. She was standing, half turned to me. I asked her, "Who are you?" She turned to me, and I saw she was dead. Her lips were distorted with some kind of terrible smile, covered with stitches. Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Could you please hold the cards? I had the cards of the murder, the bloodline, and deviant love. But back then, I couldn't even think what mystery Tetiana and her daughter were concealing from us. I need to tune in to Ihor better. Can we proceed into the yard?
Tetiana's husband, Ihor, died in this house. Ever since then, nobody has lived in it.
There's nothing left of the house. Before you moved into the house, you had a long path.
Yes, it's true. I come from Moldova. I've lived in Ukraine since 1997. I came to Ukraine after my mom died. Igor was my next-door neighbor. This is how we met.
The woman comes from a big family, and she has 4 sisters. 3 of them moved from Moldova to Ukraine before she did, and then they convinced Tetiana to come too.
In this house, you embrace and kiss another man. It's not Ihor, but he looks a lot like him. He's his relative.
His brother.
Did you cheat on your husband with his brother?
After he died, his brother Andrei began paying me visits. He courted me, and he told me he would never let me go.
Do you mean you started dating his brother?
After he died, yes.
But immediately, after you became a couple, the man died.
Yes. He got pneumonia and died.
Does it mean Ihor is taking men because of your oath? I need to summon his spirit.
He's here. He loves you a lot. And he will never hurt you or your child. He's embracing you, saying, "Why didn't you hear me? I told you, but you didn't believe me." Ihor fell victim to this evil spirit, and before he died, he saw the evil spirit that came for him.
He said, "There she is sitting, dressed in white, but you can't see her."
It means Ihor and his brother, as well as all your further husbands, were taken away by a woman in white. But who is she?
He says, "You'll find the answer today on a poisoned man's grave." Who died from poisoning?
Alexander. He lit the fire in the stove and lied on top of it to sleep, but he breathed in the fumes and died by the morning.
Where is his grave?
He's buried in Bryansk.
But it's in Russia. While Ihor's spirit claims we're going to find the answer today. Did he probably mean someone else's grave? But where are we going to find it?
The grave. Is it nearby?
Yes, it's not far. Let's go there.
Several minutes later, the clairvoyants are at the local cemetery. They go to Ihor's grave.
I see a man in my mirror. He's dead. Lying in a room full of smoke, and there's a woman next to him. But she's still alive. You know her. She's your relative.
Maria, my sister.
She and her husband breathed smoke during a fire in their apartment. She survived, but the doctors barely revived her.
It's unimaginable. As it turned, Tetiana's sister Maria and her husband Anatoly turned on an electric fireplace. But in the middle of the night, a short circuit happened. The apartment was engulfed by smoke.
Anatoly died between 1 and 2 in the morning, and my sister breathed the smoke for 8 more hours.
Is Anatoly also buried here, next to Ihor?
Yes.
The Force is hunting men only.
And it's doing it out of revenge. It didn't kill your sister. And it made sure she would regain consciousness and know of her husband's funeral.
It's unbelievable. Tetiana's another sister, who was with Maria at the hospital, claims she came to on the very day of her husband's funeral.
She spent 3 days in a coma, and she came to when Anatoly was buried.
The cards told me that the husband of Tetiana's sister was another victim of the mysterious murderous spirit. The reason behind that was a family conspiracy. The sisters shared the secret of a mutilated body.
I think to understand everything, we need to work with your sister.
The clairvoyants and Maria agreed to meet at the place where she almost died.
I'm Irina. We're sisters.
I'm going to summon the spirit of the woman who took the lives of your Tetiana and Maria's husbands. The world of the dead, open up to us. A dead man emerged behind Irina.
I feel cold with my back.
Irina lost her husband too. All 3 sisters were widows.
We're all widows. We all have sons and grandsons, and we worry about them a lot.
You have 2 more sisters who are also widows.
Yes.
It turned out that these women's 2 sisters, Olena and Yevhenia, also lost their husbands while they were young. One died of leukosis in his wife's arms, and the other was beaten up to death in front of his home.
What did the 5 sisters do that the spirit from the other world wants to avenge on them so badly? And whose ghost is that? Yaroslava, I need your help. I want to feel who that woman is through you.
Rubina.
Rubina felt unwell.
Take the water.
I saw the woman and felt her pain. She had her face mutilated. Like this. She told me she was your mother.
A shocking revelation. Is the mother taking away her daughter's husbands?
Not only her face is covered in scars, but she looks like all her body was torn. It looks like her intestines were ripped and turned inside out. God, you all know who did this to her.
We do. Dad killed Mom.
and the murder was awfully brutal. It was terribly inhumane. He breaks her bones. Her body's all ripped.
Everything was inside out. Everything was ripped out of her body, literally.
Mom was bleeding. He broke her arms and nose bridge. Her 9 ribs were broken.
My God, Oksana, you witnessed this.
Yes.
By that time, all the 5 sisters were married and lived separately. They only brought their children to their parents occasionally. 2 grandchildren, the 8-year-old Oksana and the 4-year-old Dimitro, witnessed the brutal murder their grandpa committed.
Mom was doing laundry. Dad began nagging her for something, so she told the kids to go outside. They obeyed, and then Oksana heard screaming inside the house, and she realized something awful was going on in there. She took Dimitru by his hand, and they ran together, calling for help, but there was nobody around.
After he did it, he took me by the hand and took us inside. And I saw a tear running down her cheek. And he told us, "Look what your grandma's doing." And I looked into her eyes and saw them go dim. And then I realized Grandma had died.
When I heard that Mom died, I hurried there. The children were standing by the stove, frozen and scared. The wife of my father's brother was with them.
He tormented her all her life, and you all knew it.
We did. Dad always told her, "Lydia, I'm going to kill you one day."
According to Tetiana, her mother was from Russia. She left her home and her family, and contrary to what they told her, moved to Moldova because she fell in love madly with the young man.
When Mom was pregnant, Dad beat her up so badly that she lost her baby, and it was born dead.
The poor woman wanted to escape from her tormentor. She hoped that one of her daughters would take her away from the hell she lived in. The woman was knocking on the door, but nobody would let her in.
You closed the door on your mother.
The woman wanted to live with one of her daughters, but none of them agreed. Eventually, she returned to her tormentor, who hurt her all her life. 2 weeks later, her husband brutally murdered her.
Your father wasn't punished properly for what he did. How long did he spend in prison?
3 years.
But his sentence was 5 years.
He was released on parole.
Your mother is telling me the short sentence was because of you. She's showing me a letter. You wrote that document?
Irina gave me $50, and my other sisters asked me to talk to the forensic expert to convince him to lay a charge for the murder only, so our father would get a shorter sentence.
It's hard to believe. The daughters bribed the forensic expert to make him conceal the facts, indicating that their father had been abusing their mother.
He was supposed to be sentenced under 3 articles of the criminal code as a sadist, maniac, and murderer, but he was only accused of the murder. Dad's sister and brother forced me to do it. They threatened me.
Why did you save him? He killed your mother.
We must be able to forgive. We can't choose our parents.
My hair stood on end, as the faked document wasn't the only thing the women did for their sadistic father. They made the only witness who could give evidence, the little Oksana, lie in the courtroom. She is the angel because of whose words the demon is free.
We did a wrong thing and gave false evidence. Mom told me what to say. I learned the text by heart and told the story so convincingly that even psychologists didn't think I lied.
How could you betray your mother?
This is incredible, but the sadist who killed the mother of his children so brutally is still alive. The man is now paralyzed and can't move or even eat without assistance, but thanks to his daughters, he's free.
To me, you totally deserve what's happening to you. I'm not going to do anything.
Yaroslava, please.
I won't do anything.
I'll kneel in front of you. Help my children and grandchildren.
Of course I didn't wish to return there, but I realized that those women's children and grandchildren, and Oksana, who was just a little girl back then, didn't have to suffer.
The point is that there is no ritual that could pacify a spirit after such a terrible thing was done to them. You're supposed to beg for forgiveness for years. We can only summon your mother's spirit, and then it's up to you what to tell her.
Mom, darling, forgive us for offending and betraying you. Forgive us, Mommy.
We failed to protect you, Mom. Please forgive us.
Forgive the stupid girls you gave birth to.
Grandma, I'm so sorry. The guilt has been gnawing at me throughout my life.
They sincerely repented. But you can't return the past and right the wrongs with rituals. You have 2 more sisters.
They must repent too for what they did. I don't know if the woman forgave her daughters for the betrayal. I can only say for sure that motherly love persists even after death. And I believe the woman really heard the apologies of her children, who once saved her murderer.
A horrific revenge of a ghost. Why is the poltergeist chasing a young woman? Don't miss out. The psychics will uncover a terrifying crime. This is Natalia Krivenchuk from Ukraine. She is 28 and she thinks about death every day.
Since my husband Mikhailo died, I've been afraid that I will end up with him in the other world, and my child will be an orphan.
The woman is convinced that after his death, Mikhailo took her second husband to the other world and is now trying to kill Natalia herself.
He appeared in my dream, saying he wouldn't give me to anyone and I would die soon.
Natalia met Mikhailo 4 years ago, but shortly after the wedding, the heart of the healthy 36-year-old man suddenly stopped.
His blood pressure shot up. We called an ambulance, but his heart simply stopped.
The couple lived in marriage for only a year. At the moment of her husband's death, Natalia was 7 months pregnant. Premature labor occurred on the day of Mikhailo's funeral.
Oxygen wasn't reaching the baby. My kidneys started to fail.
Doctors saved Natalia and her son, but the boy was born very weak.
He's handicapped. He's got cerebral palsy.
She cried all the time. But then she found strength in herself and pulled herself together because she understood that she had to live on for the sake of her son.
Constantly visiting doctors with her baby, Natalia often had to call a taxi. One day, her old acquaintance Victor turned out to be their driver. He began to help Natalia and support her and her little son.
It's hard to find someone like him who will treat someone else's child as his own, especially since the child is handicapped.
Natalia decided to create a new family, but she couldn't even imagine that she would stay alone again.
Victor died. His heart stopped.
Natalia believes that it was Mikhailo who took Victor to the other world because the day before it happened, he appeared in her dream again and said that he wouldn't give her to anyone.
I felt like I was suffocating. I was shaking a lot.
The woman is sure that in his desire to be with her, the deceased Mikhailo will take her to the other world as well. The first time this thought occurred to Natalia was when she felt a strong push in the back in an empty gym.
I hit hard and couldn't get up because I hurt my head badly.
Natalia was taken to the hospital with a concussion.
Please help me.
Clairvoyants Yana Pasinkova and Olga Kalinova responded to Natalia's plea for help.
I had a very strange dream. I was standing in a large room. Next to me, there was a couple of newlyweds. When I approached them, I saw the groom giving the bride a glass. The woman took a sip and fell dead. And the man leaned over her and watched her die. And after she fell dead, another woman appeared in front of the man. In a white dress, but she was beheaded.
What I see is a road and a car standing on it. A couple, a man and a woman, argue. I look ahead. Oh God. There's a dead child lying on that road.
This is unbelievable. The window opened itself.
Yana, it's the spirit of a man. He's saying something. It's all my fault. Reveal the secret of the murder.
What murder does he mean?
I don't understand it.
20 minutes later, the psychics are at Natalia's.
Natalia was coming out of the building, and right next to her, I saw the spirit of a little girl in a yellow dress. When she noticed I was looking at her, the girl disappeared. At that moment, I couldn't even imagine why she had come.
Thank you so much for agreeing to help me.
It's terrible what you've been through.
The card of the murder. Was your Mikhailo a murderer?
No.
We need something that belonged to him.
Sure. I have his things at home.
This is incredible. A flower pot fell from the windowsill.
The spirit has come. Natalia's deceased husband, Mikhailo, was standing next to her.
I felt Mikhailo's presence. I felt him touch me.
He says, "Please stop this, or else Artem will stay all alone."
It's our son.
He's asking you to find the man who is the murderer.
The man who is the murderer? Who's that?
Mikhailo's spirit kept repeating, "I have to go. You must save her. I beg you. I am not a murderer."
Does it mean the deadly danger is not coming from Mikhailo? Then what force is threatening Natalia's life and has already taken 2 of her husbands to the other world?
This is what I see. A man standing. He holds you like this. First, he holds you by the throat. It hurts a lot and you're terrified. It gets dark in your eyes. He's strangling you. Who is this?
It's my first husband, Vitaly.
Natalia was married to Vitaly for less than a year, and a year after divorcing him, she started dating Mikhailo. And just like the other 2, Natalia's first husband died under mysterious circumstances.
Vitaly is no longer there. What does this mean?
He died.
This is horrifying. This young woman has already lost 3 husbands in less than a decade.
Did he abuse you badly?
Natalia says that after the wedding, Vitaly changed rapidly. From a loving husband, he turned into a real monster.
We divorced.
Could it be Vitaly who's taking your husbands to the other world? Because he was very angry with you during his life. Bring me his photo. I see you run into a house. Take a shirt and carry it somewhere. Did someone tell you to do something? Did you cast a love spell on him?
I went to see a woman who reads cards. She spread the cards and said I had grief. I had it and I would have it. And she told me to bring my husband's shirt.
Natalia decided to see the fortune teller when Vitaly started behaving aggressively.
I wanted him to be as attentive and helpful to me as he had been before the wedding.
He says he didn't go because of magic.
Vitaly was also a victim of the same entity.
His heart stopped.
All the three husbands' hearts stopped suddenly. What is this force that's been taking Natalia's husbands to the other world?
Natalia, who is the woman in a white dress standing next to you?
But there is no woman in white in the photo.
I don't see anybody.
Like you, she's wearing a beautiful white dress like a bride. However, this woman is holding her head in her hands.
Think about your dream.
The beheaded woman. What is this place?
We married there.
Could it be related to the place you were at?
Let's go.
This is the famous Paranormal Castle, built back in the 11th century.
I feel the presence of an otherworldly force here. I need my candles.
What's going on? It seems like someone knocked the candles out of Olga Kalinova's hands.
I see the girl in the yellow dress again. She's little. She disappeared again.
The staff of the castle staff saw the psychics out of the window and hurried.
My name is Oksana. I'm a tour guide in the castle.
We need to find this place. Can you take us there?
Yes, it's the upper courtyard.
Natalia, was it here?
There was the spirit of the beheaded woman in the white dress there.
Not only people with psychic abilities see her.
Tourists claim to see something in the photos, and I've seen it too.
The woman lives here. She's bound to this place. She says, "I am looking for the groom, and I will find him." She's also a widow. She was a very powerful woman. She saved people.
Ilona Zrinyi. She commanded the defense of the castle for almost 3 years. She saved the residents of the city and the surrounding villages.
Historians say that Ilona Zrinyi was one of the few female military leaders in medieval Europe. After her husband was captured, she defended her castle against Austrian troops for 3 years.
But why is she beheaded?
She died in Turkey, and in the early 20th century, her remains were reburied, but only part of the skeleton was found.
The skull was missing, wasn't it?
Yes.
In 1688, Ilona Zrinyi signed a capitulation because she could no longer defend the castle. After that, she and her children were taken to Vienna. There, she was sent to a monastery, and her son and daughter were taken away. Later, she went to Turkey to free her husband from captivity. The princess died in a foreign land from a deadly disease. When a decision to rebury her body in the family crypt was made, it turned out that someone had stolen her skull.
But why is she looking for a groom?
Ilona says that this groom is not a match for her daughter. He's an enemy and should be feared.
After Ilona Zrinyi capitulated, her daughter Juliana married an Austrian officer, and Ilona Zrinyi fought against the Austrian Empire.
The man killed her daughter, and now she's looking for him here.
Probably.
It turned out that the Austrian emperor ordered the killing of both of Ilona Zrinyi's heirs, so that the descendants of the great dynasty would not grow up and rebel against him. The woman's son was saved, but her daughter was indeed married off to an enemy, and after the closed wedding in the castle, she was never seen again.
I feel that the girl's groom poisoned her.
She wishes revenge. She says, "You need to find the man who is the murderer."
You were supposed to die near this castle. But another couple took the death upon themselves.
We were supposed to go for a photo shoot after the ceremony, but it so happened that the schedule shifted, and another couple went instead of us.
They went instead of you, and they are both dead.
Yes, their car crashed.
Natalia's wedding ceremony was supposed to end at noon. However, her parents forgot the rings at home, and Natalia arranged to swap with the couple who were after them. Later, she learned that the car with the couple was heading to the same church where she and her husband were supposed to go. But on the way, a truck crashed into it. The newlyweds died on the spot.
I thought that maybe this couple of newlyweds could be taking revenge on Natalia from the other world because they died because of her. Let's check out that place.
A man appears in front of the newlyweds' car. He's dead.
This man was hit on the road, and his heart stopped from fear.
As our journalists found out, an accidental killing indeed happened on this stretch of the road. The driver of the car in which the newlyweds were traveling lost control and hit a man crossing the road.
After his death, his spirit has been bound to this spot. He stops cars with loving couples to find his killer, thereby provoking new accidents.
I didn't do anything bad to him, so why was I supposed to be in that accident?
You were supposed to be there because some force is hunting you. Do you understand it? This is it that sets such deadly traps in your life.
The spirit of this man had nothing to do with what was happening to Natalia. However, I still performed a ritual so he could no longer provoke accidents.
There was a reason we sensed the accident. The crash that happened here is related to another very terrible wreck.
Did you lose anybody in a car accident?
My mother died in a car crash. She was in a car with a man, and they had a wreck.
Natalia's mother and her friend were returning from work with a bus. The driver survived, but the woman died on the spot.
Your mother is here and she wants to hug you. She says, "Baby, I miss you so much."
Mommy, I miss you too. When Olga hugged me, it felt exactly like how my mom hugged me when I was little.
The same force that killed Natalia's husbands took her mother to the other world. She says, "This force must be stopped. We died because of it." We?
Dad died too.
It's unbelievable. After everything Natalia had to go through, she also lost her father. A completely healthy man suddenly started bleeding internally. Natalia immediately called an ambulance, but the doctors couldn't save him.
It still hurts.
Your mother says you need to return to your home.
Let's go.
Natalia, I see your mother again, and she's not alone. She's holding a little girl by the hand. I've seen the girl earlier today. She's wearing a yellow dress. I can't understand who she is.
The girl says, "I feel guilty for killing those you love."
She has blonde curly hair, green eyes, and she's wearing a yellow dress.
I don't know who she is. Why is she killing my relatives and loved ones?
She's bound to your family because of a curse.
What curse? By whom?
By a woman.
Who is that woman?
Quiet. The girl. She says she was killed. Tell me, who killed you? She says your father killed her.
Now I get it. It wasn't my father's fault. He was driving the car, and this girl ran onto the road. He swerved, but he still hit her.
Yes, your father didn't mean it. It was an accident.
And now I understand that it was his spirit that visited me in the morning. Reveal the secret of the murder. I see a woman who looks very much like you. She tells your father, "May everyone in your family die, and my child always follow your family."
This is the girl's mother.
These words worked like a curse. The child is suffering because she's forced to take people to the other world, and she can't find peace because of this.
Water. Have some water.
Please help me.
We'll try to break the curse. Ask for forgiveness from the bottom of your heart.
I'm asking you and your parents to forgive me for what my father did. I have a son growing up, and I fear for his life. I can't imagine what I would do if this happened to my child. I'm sincerely asking for forgiveness.
I no longer see the girl here, and I don't feel her. She's left this world.
Let me hug you. You're a strong woman.
I'm really grateful to you.
An incredibly tragic story. This is absolutely incredible. A woman captured a poltergeist ravaging her home on camera.
Look, here. Here, look, not bad, isn't it? I'm absolutely shocked. The chair's turning.
The owner of the apartment sent the video to psychics immediately so they could find out what kind of force it is. And the answer is going to shock you. In this episode, the psychics are going to deal with an aggressive poltergeist that's attacking a young mother and her 2 children.
It all began with the rapping on the door. I answered it, but there was nobody there.
Yana lives in a 3-bedroom apartment with her 2 sons. Her younger son, Ilya, was the first to feel the poltergeist's presence at home.
He woke up shouting out, "There's a man over there." I told him, "It was an illusion, dear."
But at that moment, the remote control car turned on and began righting itself.
The first thing I did was to check the remote. It was on the wardrobe.
Then the woman's elder son, Artur, also felt the presence of the evil spirit.
He went to the kitchen to drink water and saw a man's silhouette in the bar mirror. He was reflected in full size, from his head to his feet.
All of a sudden, the mirror in the cabinet cracked in front of the boy's eyes. After that, Yana also saw the poltergeist.
I woke up to the feeling that there was somebody standing near me. I opened my eyes and saw a man's face.
Yana got out of bed and went to the cabinet to find a church candle to say a prayer. But all of a sudden, something tore the cabinet's upper door away and threw it straight at her.
The door fell and hit me on the nose. It started to bleed, and it was very bad.
After that event, the woman had a camera installed in her apartment to record the evidence that the invisible attacker really existed.
I was afraid to tell anybody because they would think I was insane. This is terrifying.
Yana has lived in this apartment since she was a child, but recently she stopped feeling safe in her own home. Therefore, she's asking the psychics to help her deal with the evil spirit.
I really need help so I can have peace of mind and know my children are safe, so I can live peacefully in my own apartment.
Ukraine's most powerful psychics, Olena Kurilova and Kayal Alekperov, agreed to help the woman. Before setting off to see Yana, the psychics decide to work with her video clip.
This is a dead man.
He's searching for something. There's some kind of mystery related to his death.
I had a vision. This woman, Yana, is in the room, and next to her, I see a severed male head.
Is this the same man?
I don't know yet.
Is it possible that this Yana killed somebody?
Do we have her photo?
I see a vivid picture. 3 women sit facing one another. They put on kerchiefs on their heads and pass a little wooden thing to one another. It looks like some figurine or something, and it's all wrapped up in or entwined with something.
Seems like some kind of ritual, but what does it have to do with Yana?
Some ropes, threads, and knots. She's one of the 3. She's one of the 3 women.
2 hours later, the psychics arrive in the town where Yana lives and are at her apartment building.
Hello. Thank you so much for coming. I'm really grateful. Help me, please. There's somebody living in my apartment.
This is a man's spirit, and this dead man is somehow bound to you.
Who is this?
Can we enter your apartment to summon this man's spirit?
Of course you can, of course.
But before everyone had even entered the building, Kayal Alekperov shocked everyone with what he felt.
There's the spirit of a man here. Beware. He's aggressive.
Flower pots fell from the windowsill. What is going on here? Does the psychic see the spirit that's haunting Yana and her children? But who is this man?
Quiet, quiet. Kayal, where's his head?
He says, at my home. Where's your home?
God, help and protect me. This is my home.
I'd seen the head of this man, whose spirit appeared in the building when we entered, in the vision I had before the investigation. Was he murdered in Yana's apartment? Could she have been involved in it somehow? My jinns are showing me a ring, but I don't understand what connection it can have with the beheaded man. Olena, what's the matter?
Sit down, sit down. Are you unwell?
My legs gave way. I had a sudden vision. A beheaded man lying in the middle of the room.
Olena, sit down. I see this room, but it has no ceiling and I can see the sky. I see a crane. The building is being constructed. A man wearing a builder's helmet squats at the wall, doing something.
What else do you see?
Something falls off the crane. It's something heavy, like a concrete slab. It lands on his neck, cutting his head off.
Yes, it happened when this building was being constructed. There was an accident at the construction site. A man's head was torn off. Yes, it did happen here.
Suddenly, Kayal Alekperov left the room and began working at the front door. What has the psychic felt?
I don't see the spirit in your apartment. He can't cross the threshold. Did you invite a priest when you moved in here?
Mom said she invited a priest, and he blessed the apartment.
Yana is from an Armenian family that lived in Azerbaijan for many generations. 30 years ago, they had to leave the country after war broke out there.
We left the country because there was the war and people died there.
Jana's parents were given the apartment in which she lives now as refugees. Later, the neighbors told them that the apartment had been empty for a long time as people feared to live in it. This is the reason why Jana's parents arranged for the priest to perform a blessing on their new residence.
The beheaded man's spirit had frightened everyone who moved into the apartment, to which he's bound. But after Jana's parents had it blessed, he couldn't enter it and had to stay on the stairwell. He needs to be released. I'll do the ritual on the stairwell.
Then whose spirit is ravaging the apartment? And why can't the blessing protect the place from it?
The spirit of the man that's harming Jana appeared here not so long ago, and it's bound to her herself, not to the apartment.
I decided to check Jana's life with my cards to see if I could find the answer in her past. The card of death. The lovers. The cards told me of some kind of romantic unfaithfulness related to death. But back then, I didn't understand what it meant. The card of the woman. She's holding something in her hands. You took something with your hands. Wait. Did you find some strange items?
I did. 3 candles made of 3 interwoven thin candles, each in a cross burned on a sheet of paper.
I hear a quarrel between you and a woman. Jana, this is somebody from your family.
Could it be somebody from my family?
The woman is related to you. She has some property claims. It might be connected with this apartment.
It could only be my sister.
The big family of Jana's grandmother, her parents, and 3 children used to live in this apartment. Jana's grandmother and father died. Her brother and mother went to live in the U.S. several years ago. Her sister, Ilona, married and went to live with her husband in his 1-bedroom apartment. And, according to Jana, her sister is not happy. She inherited their parents' apartment.
Could Jana's sister use magic against her?
Jana phoned her sister, Ilona, who lives in the same town. She agreed to speak to the psychics, regardless of the fact that she and Jana barely communicate.
Hello.
Hello. My name's Ilona.
Hello.
You had a kind of conflict because of the property.
Yes, we did quarrel quite a lot.
We were like enemies.
The sisters couldn't come to terms with each other. Ilona and her husband and 2 children have to share a 1-bedroom apartment, and she has the right to a part of their parents' apartment. But it's easy to understand Jana. She doesn't wish to sell the apartment in which she's lived since her childhood. The women argued because of it so much that they couldn't even see each other.
I haven't spoken to her at all for almost a year.
But could Ilona be involved into the events that are happening to her sister?
We found the items made purposefully to cause death at her home.
Do you think I did it? Go and check it.
Did these hands do this? No.
I was a little bit shocked that my sister could even think I could do something like this to her.
This woman doesn't wish you death.
It's a load off my shoulders.
You shouldn't be enemies with each other. You're sisters, and you must support each other.
Of course. She's my sister. My God, how could you think it was me?
It seems like the women have been looking for a chance to forget all their quarrels and finally reconcile.
I will never harm her in my life. Never.
I am sorry if I did something that hurt you.
It would be a lot easier to find out who did that if we could at least see those things.
What did you do to them?
Nothing. I kept them. They're at my home.
Look, how could you do something like this?
Hurry! We need to get to your apartment. The magic is directed at your children's deaths.
Help me. My children are everything I have in my life.
Tell me, please. Have you buried your child?
Yes. I was pregnant with twins. Then I had a miscarriage and lost one baby. Ilya survived.
Those items took away the other baby. Where did you find them?
In my bag in the bedroom.
For how long had the bag been there unused?
For about 3 years.
The woman recalls that the last time she used that bag was before her younger son was born.
Yana, my sacred book says it was done by a woman who couldn't have children. She shifted her fate to you.
And then I realized where the package of the candles came from. I already had a case like that in my life. About 10 years ago, my friend came to me and said, Olena, look, I was riding the subway with this bag. And when I came back home and opened it, I found the kerchief in it. And in the kerchief, 3 candles and the same cross, but made of wax, were wrapped.
Do you mean her bag was open and someone planted that thing on her while she was using the subway?
When a woman can't have a baby, she goes to a black hag. The black hag tells her to find a young and beautiful woman and plant the thing into her bag. It was planted on you.
But it has nothing to do with the man that's been haunting your home.
Anyway, we need to get rid of it. And I've sealed it with the wax from my blessed candle.
But who is that entity that's haunting Yana's apartment? Whose spirit is this, and why is it threatening the woman and her children?
Who are you, and why did you die?
It's a clue. What is this?
This thing is deadly.
It's a ritual thing. It's charmed.
What does this mean? Did the woman carry out some kind of magic ritual?
I hear some strange words. Wait, this is my language. It's a widow's curse.
It's unbelievable. But who cursed whom? And where does the thing come from? And what is it?
It's a spindle. It's my grandma's.
It turned out that Yana's grandmother brought the spindle from Azerbaijan.
She always carried it with herself.
Always. She always took it whenever she moved to another town or country. I never saw her use the thing.
When her granddaughter asked her, the old woman said it was a gift, and it had value for her as a memory. After Yana's grandma died, first her mother and then Yana herself kept the thing as an antique. But the woman would never think it could be loaded with a curse.
Tell me, was your grandmother a widow?
Yes.
Was your mother a widow?
Yes.
Are you a widow?
Yes.
It's hard to believe, but this woman is a widow? How is it possible? She's so young. As it turned out, 4 years ago, Yana lost her husband.
I see a road. Did your husband die on the road?
Yes. He crashed on a highway.
Tell me, what was his name?
His name was Algis.
Yana's husband was Lithuanian. He had a business in Ukraine. They met at a party thrown by their mutual friends. The woman says it was love at first sight. But the happiness didn't last long. 5 years after the wedding, Algis died in a car wreck. He lost control of his car. His death was a terrible shock for Yana.
He was a very fair kind of person. Very kind. He was very fair. He loved me a lot. It was a great love.
The first son isn't his, is he? He took you with your eldest son, saying, it's his boy, didn't he?
Yes, he wanted to adopt him.
The father of Yana's eldest son was the first love of her youth. But their relationship went sour. For a long time, she was alone until she met the man who made her happy.
Olena, please remember the vision you had before the investigation.
The 3 women passing something among them.
The 3 women are Yana and her grandmother and mother, all of whom became widows. The spindle is cursed. Whoever held it in her hands lost her husband. A woman gave this spindle to your grandmother on the day of her wedding. She had imposed a spell on it. She hated your grandmother because she was jealous of a man's affection for her.
It was Grandma's sister. They had a conflict because of a man. I remember clearly that it was because of the man.
The cursed spindle killed 3 men from Yana's family. her grandfather, her father, and her husband.
Olena, do you remember when we were watching the video before the investigation from this room? You said the man's spirit was searching for something. My jinns are showing me a wedding ring. This is your husband's spirit that's haunting you.
He loved me so much. Why is he angry? Is it because of the ring?
Let's summon him. Okay, close your eyes. With my words, with my requests, with my candles, with my prayers. Hold on, dear, I'm reciting. The candle, give me the candle.
It went out. The candle died out.
Kayal, give me the candle. Light it. Go away. Leave this place and never come back.
I'm praying to God. Please leave.
Your husband's spirit is here. He's not going to go away. He says, "You cheated on me."
Me? Cheated?
He's infuriated. Look at the chandelier. He says, "You were unfaithful. Ilya is not my son, and you're lying to everyone. You tell them he's my son."
Does this mean the woman who 5 minutes ago told everyone of the heavenly love had been cheating on her husband?
Were you pregnant from somebody else when you were married to him?
I know I did a wrong thing, and I don't reject it.
This is your wedding photo. It's not an accident that it fell off the wall. His spirit tumbled it. He's giving you the sign that he doesn't wish to be your husband.
A romantic affair related to death. She was unfaithful to her husband, and he only learned of it after his death.
Yana's husband was often out of town. His business demanded frequent trips. Yana often stayed alone, and she missed him a lot. She says she only had one date with the other man, and it happened at the moment of weakness. Only after she made the mistake did Yana realize how much she loved her husband. She soon knew she was pregnant. She was going to tell Algis, but was late. He died.
Yana, did you record your husband as the boy's father?
Yes, I was married after all.
He hates you because of this unfaithfulness and wishes to take the wedding ring he gave you, but he can't find it anywhere.
I did have the wedding ring from him, but I don't have it anymore. I had to sell it.
You were so used to your husband's infinite love that you didn't even think how hurt he would be.
This is my sin, I know. I'm not going to deny it. Of course it was a betrayal. What do I do?
You must ask him for forgiveness. We are going to recite prayers, and you will tell him what you have on your heart.
Algis, please forgive me for my mistakes and my unfaithfulness. Please go and leave me and the children alone. I'm begging you. Please let me go. Please. Please. Forgive me.
He heard your sincere tears.
To make sure he doesn't return, you must buy a new ring and take it to your husband's grave.
I promise you, I'll do it.
And you must also return the cursed spindle to your grandmother so it won't harm anybody else. Take it to her grave.
I will do it. Thank you so much.
I'm going to pray for you and your children.
This woman lived in lies for so long, and because of it, she almost lost her and her children's lives. However, it appears that she has learned a crucial lesson. You can never hide the truth.